Isa versus Dajjal.
The greatest lie is not one you see, it's the one you believe without questioning. That is the power of deception. That is the silent weapon of Dajjal. You won't recognize him by horns or red eye. To seduce you, to comfort you, to promise you everything your heart desires, security, prosperity, even salvation, while quietly stealing your soul. The deception has already begun. Look around. The system is not being built, it is already operating. Surveillance disguised as safety, corruption rebranded as progress, darkness sold as light. The world is being programmed to follow blindly, to obey without thought, to love what is false and hate what is true. And the terrifying part is, most people don't even realize it. They celebrate their own slavery, wave the flags of false freedom, and kneel to idols wrapped in screens, status, and science. But those who know the signs, they are not asleep. They see the false peace manufactured by blood and backroom deals. They hear the false promises dripping from the mouths of leaders who serve a hidden agenda. They see the spiritual decay behind the technological shine. They know that this isn't just politics. It isn't just economics. This is prophecy unfolding. This is the Dajjal's groundwork, and it's working. He will not need to conquer nations by war. He will conquer hearts through ideas. He will use media as a pulpit. He will use trends as weapons. He will convince the world to reject the truth not by force, but by pleasure. He will twist scripture, mock belief, and raise himself as a god in the eyes of the lost. And when he finally reveals himself, the people will already be prepared to follow. Because he looks like hope. Because he feels like peace. Because he sounds like everything we ever wanted. But it's all an illusion, a dangerous, calculated illusion. The Prophet Muhammad ﷺ warned us that every prophet warned his people about the Dajjal, and that no trial will be greater than his. Yet in our age, we treat it like mythology. We've become too comfortable, too distracted, too numb. We binge entertainment while truth crumbles. We post quotes while ignoring the Quran. And in this blindness, the enemy walks freely. The war has already begun, and most haven't even shown up. This is not science fiction. This is not superstition. This is the fulfillment of ancient warnings. We are watching it in real time. Social structures are shifting. Morality is being rewritten. Faith is under attack, not by armies, but by influence. And Dajjal, he thrives in a world like this. A world that chooses what feels good over what is right. A world that rejects guidance for convenience. A world that's already kneeling and doesn't even realize it. He's not coming. He's here. When darkness rules and the Antichrist reigns, the world will stand on the edge of despair. Truth will be buried beneath layers of deception, and justice will seem like a forgotten word. The earth will groan under the weight of sin, and hearts will grow cold, numb, and blind to reality. The false Messiah, Dajjal, will rise to global power, deceiving the masses with miracles, illusions, and twisted promises. It will feel as if evil has triumphed, that light has been extinguished, that all hope is lost. And then the sky will break open. A mighty light, greater than anything the world has ever seen, will pierce the heavens. The son of Maryam, Isa alayhi salam, will descend, not as a newborn in a manger, not as a preacher walking the earth, but as a warrior of truth, clothed in light, descending with authority from the Lord of the worlds. Angels will surround him, power will flow through him, and the world will tremble, not in fear, but in awe. He does not come to create a new religion. He does not come to start another movement. He comes to fulfill what was foretold. He comes as a follower of pure Tawheed, the oneness of Allah, and to restore what the world has corrupted. He will break the cross, kill the swine, and abolish the falsehoods that were ascribed to him. The lies that the world crafted in his name will be torn down by his own hands. Isa alayhi salam will not come to debate. He will not come to negotiate. He will not ask for permission. His return is not an invitation. It is a command from the heavens to restore balance. And with the breath of his mouth, he will destroy Dajjal. Not with weapons, not with armies, but with divine power and truth. One breath, and the greatest deceiver the world has ever known will fall. Because falsehood, no matter how powerful, cannot stand in front of divine truth. He will then lead the believers. He will unite the Ummah. He will rule with perfect justice, humility, and mercy. He will abolish tyranny, greed, and corruption. Under his leadership, there will be peace, not a political peace, but a spiritual one, a peace that flows from truth and submission to Allah alone. The world will finally see the reality of what they denied. The arrogant will be humbled, the deceived will be awakened, and those who held on to faith in the darkest hour will be honored beyond imagination. This is not fantasy. This is not symbolism. This is prophecy, clear, detailed, and undeniable. The return of Isa alayhi salam is a promise, and the promise of Allah is always fulfilled. When he comes, he will come with justice in his hand and truth in his heart. The war that began with lies will end with his arrival. Because when Isa returns, deception dies. This war is not just physical, it's spiritual. The battlefield isn't only in the lands of the East or West. It's inside hearts. It's in every home, every screen, every conversation, every choice you make. This is a war between truth and falsehood, and your soul is the prize. You may not hear the bombs or see the soldiers, but make no mistake, the war is raging, and soon the world will be forced to choose. Your faith will be tested like never before, not in the easy, comfortable way, but in the fire, in the silence, in the moments when belief costs everything. Will you stand firm when the world mocks you? Will you hold the rope of truth when your friends, your leaders, even your own family let go? Will you declare loyalty to Allah when the system demands your silence? Or will you trade your soul for convenience? That's the real test. Dajjal's power isn't just in illusion, it's in pressure, social pressure, economic pressure, emotional pressure. He will offer you what you crave, security, wealth, comfort, but at a price. The price of your deen, the price of your dignity. He won't just ask you to follow him, he'll dare you to resist him. He'll isolate the believers, he'll target the faithful, he'll make standing for truth feel like standing alone.
but that's where the true believers will rise. The time of neutrality is over. This is not the era where you can sit back, say, "I'm not involved," and escape the consequences. Silence is a choice. Indifference is allegiance. Every action you take now is a declaration, whether you realize it or not. You will either stand with the Messiah, Isa alayhi salam, who comes with divine justice and submission to Allah, or you will fall with the deceiver, the Dajjal, who builds his kingdom on arrogance and lies. There will be no middle ground. The